Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mover Ruins TV shows. This was requested by you. You as in people who watch Mover Ruins movies. I have never seen the show 911. I did a Mover Ruins movies on The Rookie recently. Seen that show. Who holds a gun like this? What? You're not even did you just not have anybody to tell you how a cop would look holding a gun? I'd rather she just one-handed it, just hold it up. But apparently, ripped from the headlines, they did an episode very similar to something we covered recently about the F-35, where the pilot ejected and had to call 911.
Okay, how old is the patient?
47. So we had a military jet crash. I'm the pilot. We need to get rescue rolling. I'm not sure where the airplane is. It would have crash landed somewhere. I ejected.
Okay.
Ma'am.
How far did he fall?
All the
I was
way.
at 2,000 feet.
Okay, and what caused the fall?
They don't have a thing for this. That's the problem.
Aircraft
There's
failure.
no script of like, oh, okay, hold on, let me pull out the F-35 random.
Okay, is there any serious bleeding?
911 call. Like, doesn't.
I don't know. I can't see myself.
I was asked to ruin this, and we'll get my first reaction as we take a look. All right, here we go. 911.
911, what's your emergency?
I had to abandon ship.
What
Where are
now?
you calling from, sir?
San Fernando Valley, maybe Tarzana. My plane's about to crash.
Is this a light aircraft?
This is literally
No.
ripped from the headlines.
F-16.
F is in fighter jet?
F-16.
Yes, I'm a pilot with the Air National Guard. I was on a training exercise. I lost comms. Then I lost engine control. Then I lost my plane.
I don't hate it so far.
I dispatched an RA unit to our pilot and a ladder truck.
Just spoke to the Air National Guard. They did lose contact with one of their aircraft.
We
Can they
lost
tell
our
us where it
jet.
is now?
Unfortunately, they cannot.
Doesn't it have a transponder?
After a pilot ejection, the plane thinks it's in enemy territory and stops transmitting. It's supposed to gradually descend to the ground.
The only words in that sentence that worry me are descend.
Hold on now. So some of that was true, some of that not so true. So this happened, right? The whole F-35 thing where the guy jumped out and then he had to get the people to call 911. And then his base called 911 because, nobody knew. Obviously, the dispatcher in the real life thing was like, are you messing with me kind of deal? Like, what altitude? Where'd you fall from? This is a dramatization of that. So when you eject, does it zero eyes? It depends. Depends on the aircraft. I don't think the F-16, it might. But it's not supposed to slow descent. It just goes wherever it goes. I mean, there have been cases in the F-16 where it, noses down, crashes. There have been cases where it flies around for some period of time. People have chased or at least watched F-16s without their pilot fly around. So, yeah. Okay. So let's see how they handle this.
And ground.
Over an hour before
That's realistic. Every time you try to watch a movie, somebody wants to vacuum. Easy now. This is PG.
I'm midway through the Battle of Midway.
Ah, clever. He said the words.
Chair is disgusting.
Jennifer Love
I
Hewitt's in
want
this
it out.
movie?
It doesn't go with
The show?
anything.
It goes with me.
Well, then fine. Then it can go with you.
These are the dive bombs.
I will say, too, it's not unrealistic to call 911 because of, Oh, God. Okay. You're all dead. You're all dead. You're all dead. There's no way those... Okay. They're dead. Los Angeles? Would the F-16s be in LA? Probably not. So F-16s in that area, maybe Tucson. Fresno doesn't have F-16s anymore. They have F-15s. So I don't know. We'll see what the tail is. If they show the tail flash, we'll take a look. But I don't know which guard F-16s would be flying around Los Angeles. Just a little unusual. But for the story, right? What tail flash is that?
Sure, pick the right day to leave for his honeymoon.
God bless our second responders. I don't know what tail flash that is. Somebody's going to be able to tell me in the comments, though. Guaranteed. Somebody will know. I don't recognize it.
Will anybody survive this?
Usually you have 2 letters on the tail. It'll tell you. Let's see. An 84 jet. So like a Block 25. He lost his speed brakes. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. An 84 jet. Dude, that's like an A model. I don't think, because the Block 25s and 30s I flew, the oldest I ever flew was like an 86. I think in 84 they were still making A models. So that could be like the like Singapore or Taiwanese, because you got the Stinger right there. Guard, so Tucson. Maybe a Tucson Guard jet. But it says AF, so I don't know. Probably overthinking this a little bit.
Oh, thank God. The firefighters are here, Abe. My husband.
So what do we got here? The husband is stuck. He's dead. I mean, honestly, he's dead. But let's say he's not dead for a second.
He's stuck in his chair, which is not unusual.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
let me take a look at you.
Okay. Is there anyone else in the house?
No, it's just us. We never had children.
And animals don't like her. Sir, trying to.
Yellow means live. So that's correct. For what I think they're going to get at that's a live bomb. Otherwise, the show wouldn't be as interesting.
Move your neck. Okay, can you wiggle your toes for me?
However, why are they flying with live ordnance over LA? That's a thing. So when we flew with live bombs, live missiles, you would avoid populated areas typically. Now, if he ejected in an unpopulated area and it kept flying, but he said he had other issues. So I would think he would try to point it in a safe direction and punch him off, try to climb up, get into a high key profile, flame out profile, and not let the jet go. But we'll see. We'll see what they say.
No, and I can't feel my legs either.
Maverick, maybe?
It's kind of hard to breathe.
That's
We're
a bomb.
gonna get you out of
That's
here.
a bomb.
Fuck! Yeah, kill me. Okay, on 3. Ready? 1.
I guess I don't know what kind of bomb that is. I've never flown. Whatever that is, I've never flown with it.
2. Oh! Okay, hey, what if we chain the wreckage?
Now it's got an orange stripe. It's an orange stripe. Somebody from Ammo should tell me this.
Truck. Try and tow it off.
I've only ever known blue and yellow. Blue meaning inert, yellow meaning it's got explosives in it.
No. Looks like this plane is holding up whatever's left of this house.
All right, we're gonna have to cut him out of his chair. No, don't cut the chair.
Dude,
Yes,
your chair is
Please,
spoke.
cut the chair. He loves the chair more than he loves me.
For once, I'm not arguing with her.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
May I please ask you to go with this firefighter?
Okay. All right.
Oh, fuel. That makes sense. If there's fuel, the thing is already caught on fire. I mean, there's I'm not going to say no chance, but very little chance that it didn't make that collision erupt into a fireball and kill everybody. The EPU is probably running. If his engine failed, the EPU would start automatically. So you've got hydrazine. So it's going to have that ammonia smell. You're going to have cancer, probably. You're going to die. You don't have a lot of time to smell it or breathe it. So I think they're forgetting some stuff here.
I think that's fuel. Might be hydrazine.
There you go. Oh,
Either
you got
way,
it.
Start cutting this chair.
You can smell hydrazine, though. It smells like ammonia. It's bad. If you smell it, you got to get away. There's just no chance. But that's what should be running right now is the EPU, emergency power unit.
Worry about sparks. We just need to clear space so that we can slide him out. What do we suppose this is?
It's orange.
Exactly what you think it is.
You had it right the first time.
A dummy bomb.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, my God. Wait a minute. Back it up. Will we get a close-up again of his patches? Because I'm pretty sure...
Yeah, no problem. You just have to defuse it first.
You just said it was a dummy bomb.
Well, it is.
VFA 45. Oh, God, this is hurting me. All right. So he's wearing a foreign flight suit. Like, you guys were almost doing this right. Like, it was pretty bad, but then now we just took a hard left. Who was the advisor on this? So Green flight suit VFA 45. Who is VFA 45? VFA 45 was an aviation unit. So they decommissioned in 1996. So they don't exist anymore. But they said they were the Guard, right? This is not the Guard. This is the Navy. Lieutenant is Navy rank. His wings are Navy. But his flight suit is like somewhere in Europe, Poland, Sweden. I don't know. His rank is Navy or really old school Air Force.
It's for the target range. It's still an explosive. It's not like it's going to blow up the whole neighborhood or anything.
No. So if you had a live bomb in this scenario, EOD would have to come out and disarm it. It's not just you. The second responders are not going to do this. They're going to have to get EOD, Air Force EOD, to come out, and they're going to have to deal with it. They're going to have to set up a cordon for it, and they're going to do it. A couple firefighters from LA are not going to do this.
Probably just a house tip. Maybe the one next door.
Captain Wilson, the National Guard is sending up a team now. They should be there within the hour.
That's right.
Our patient may have a spinal injury or worse. We can't wait.
You should not be standing in the yard talking on the phone if you believe that a bomb is about to, like, that it just crashed. Like, this is the wrong answer. However, the odds of anyone flying with a live bomb to this scenario, pretty low. Not saying impossible, but the Guard / Navy / whatever squadron shouldn't be doing this.
You don't have to wait. It'll be fine. I'll talk you through it.
Oh, okay. Here's the other piece. Pilots don't have any idea how to talk through any of this stuff. We know how to check it, make sure the fusing is right, pre-flight it, but I couldn't tell you how to disarm anything. I'm not Jack Bauer. It's not part of our training.
Okay, Joe, we're ready. Okay, first, carefully remove the trigger housing from the nose.
The trigger housing? That's not a thing either. Oh, boy.
Trigger cap is removed. What now? Okay, go ahead and snip that red wire.
No, you wouldn't. Who would? Okay, if you're a Guard F-16 pilot and you've gotten training on which wire to snip, please email me. Please let me know, because I feel like I've been gypped. Like, I missed out on some training because I don't know any of this. I've never flown with a bomb that's got the terrorist style bomb that you clip the red wire. Never. I bet he's just guessing. You know, fighter pilots, we usually act like we know what we're talking about. So he's probably just like, yeah, hit the red wire. Good luck.
But first, disconnect the white low voltage coupling.
What?
Where's Edna?
She's been evacuated to a safe place.
You guys are killing me.
Can she stay there forever?
Sarcasm. I am familiar.
Who's being sarcastic?
And are you really doing this with the patient right here?
Into my
These guys
parlor.
wait for the scene
Not
to be
even one
safe.
of
They're
us
not going to be
gets
doing
put
this.
out of my misery.
Fiction.
You're dark, Abe.
No offense, firefighters. I love you guys.
Decades with Edna. You would be too.
Okay, Joe. Voltage coupling disconnected. Okay, go ahead and cut that green wire.
Green, you said red.
Did I? Yeah. You said red. You sure?
Yes, you said red.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, you did. Another fake thing. Dispatchers don't look like that. Just kidding. Actually, I'm not. But so anyway, let's go back to the disarming the bomb thing. How do bombs work? If this is a bomb, like, I don't know what kind of bomb this is, but let's Mark 82, Mark 84, stuff that I know, Mark 83. So there's different types of fusing. There's proximity, there's impact, and then there's kind of that delay. So in this scenario, the thing is armed, okay? And usually there are the pins, which I don't have any, but the pins, when the bomb separates, it pulls that pin, it arms either the fusing so that it allows it to actually impact. If those pins never get pulled, the bomb really doesn't do anything. Your biggest risk is like a second order detonation, you know, once the whole thing explodes. So in this scenario, if they hit the wrong wire, I don't know of any bombs, could be wrong, it's been a while, that would go off. just from, because in fact, I don't know of any that even have wires. Usually when you start talking wires, you're just talking the guidance system, you know, the GBU, which is like GBU-38 for a GPS bomb, or GBU-12. Everything in the military, to make it more robust, right? Military grade, it's mechanical. It's not, I mean, there is electronic fusing that you can set in the airplane and stuff, but it's still moving like pins and stuff. Like, it's not, I don't see, they're acting like this is diffusing a bomb Jack Bauer style, and that the pilot of all people would know about it, but I'm not buying that.
Let's go with red.
What the hell is wrong?
That does sound like a pilot thing to say, is, you know, whatever, let's go with red. Good luck.
This guy.
He just fell 10,000 feet. It's possible
Well, he ejected. He didn't fall.
not thinking that clearly.
Probably has a concussion.
Hey.
He's wearing a
Hey,
Navy flight
you with me,
suit, so
pal?
that's part of it.
Guys, we need to get this thing off of him, like, now.
What are we gonna do here, Cap?
I wouldn't
Cut
do
the red
that.
one. His disorientation is just now presenting. Let's go with his first instinct. Cut the red one.
Oh, it's just shorting. What's powering it?
Guys! Hey, guys! Guys!
So what? They don't need to disarm the bomb now?
Until they can take a look at you at the hospital.
Apologize for the delay. We're still repairing that piece of the.
Okay, EOD shows up. That's good. Except it's Army. I guess I buy that. Whoever's closest, they would send some EOD from nearest Army base. He's got a really cool cell phone holder / body cam, I guess. He's hydrating properly. He's not wearing his hat. So, okay. Whatever you say, boss.
The I-10 that collapsed last year.
Yeah, I don't think your little fire extinguisher is going to do much, but okay.
Major, can I ask a question?
Oh, he's a
When
major.
disarming the payload, after disconnecting the voltage coupling, red or green wire?
Red, obviously.
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 Babe?
Do me a favor.
I love how they're just hanging out, and there's still bombs in their house. Just hanging out in the yard.
Oh,
They haven't
Thank
evacuated the whole
it's a
thing.
miracle.
Well, it was touch and go there for a minute, but I think he's going to be just.
Let's be honest. If this were a real scenario, the whole, like, within a quarter mile would be evacuated until they figured this out. There would be no lollygagging. There's too much lollygagging. There's a lot of lollygagging here.
What? No. I meant it's a miracle that hideous chair is finally out of my house.
What house?
A husband and wife are lucky to be alive today when an F-16 with no
Unpiloted.
How do you suppose that happens?
I assume something broke.
No, I mean, how did two people live together in the
She's
same
right.
roof for 30 years and end up full of resentment and disdain?
I believe you just answered your own question.
But you don't think something like this could happen to me and Maddie, do you?
You don't
Oh,
live in a
boy.
flight path. You
Okay,
should
now
be
it's getting
fine.
stupid.
I was still talking about
Is this
resentment
it?
and disdain.
Is there any more?
I know you were.
Do the
That only
firefighters
happens
investigate?
if you
Like,
let
what is the premise of the show?
So let it.
911. Where are the cops?
You know what? You are absolutely
Where
right.
are the first responders?
Good night,
for
old
this?
captain, my captain.
All right. So what do we learn? I'm not watching the rest, so let me know if there's more I need to look at. But to sum up, no, just no. If you eject in an F-16, it doesn't just. I mean, the F-35 did. It did go flying. That was a little bit of a different situation. Most of the time, a Viper is just going to nose down because once nose up or nose down, but it could keep flying. However, part of the thing that happened with the F-35 is that we're in the landing phase, gear was down, configured, all that stuff. If you were in an F-16 and you had bombs and all that drag on that changes the characteristics of the aircraft. And he said, yeah, he lost his radios and then he lost, the engine. That's a little different than probably what happened in the F-35, which I think he got spatially disoriented because everything failed, but I don't know. A report's not out yet. Typically, though, with live bombs, you're flying to avoid populated areas. You're not overflying like big cities and stuff like that for this very reason. If you did have an engine failure, you would zoom stores jet. So punch off the stores, hopefully over an unpopulated area, and try to get a good glide or whatever. If this is a scenario where you have to get out immediately, then yeah, you might eject. But the odds are the aircraft is not going to be that far away from you. And also it'd be a bad weather day. That was the other piece to this too, is it was a bad weather day. They couldn't see where it went. Him ejecting and then ending up on, caught on something. Yep. Happens all the time. You can't control sometimes, although you can steer to try to avoid, ending up stuck in a tree or stuck on something. But if you can't, you can't. His flight suit was terrible. VFA is a Navy squadron. Don't know what's going on with that. Pilots have no idea how to disarm bombs. We're not taught that. And you wouldn't disarm the bomb anyway. You'd wait for EOD, who would probably tell you, here's how to do it. But it's not like wires, like some homemade bomb that ISIS just made to blow up, some terrorist target. It's a little different because bombs we drop, because when you drop them, it has to pull the pin, and then you have fusing that then you either have an electronic fuse or a manual fuse that will then either proximity fuse or delay fuse or something. Sometimes there's all kind of different bombs and configurations and stuff that can happen. So, yeah. And then again, once you have this, just as a first responder, I know this, but if there is such a threat, you're going to set up no one's going to be hanging around, especially with a jet. I mean, even without bombs, the thing is an explosive hazard. It's hazmat, right? You've got the hydrazine from the emergency power unit, and you've got JP8, or you have jet fuel that is spilling. More than likely, though, if it still had jet fuel in it when it impacted the ground, it exploded. I mean, it's a fireball. Odds of it surviving like that, it's not meant to land softly. Also, it's not an F-35, so you can still track it on radar. It's not stealthy as it's flying to who knows where. But it's just a ripoff of real events. They were just trying to go off the F-35 thing. They kind of modified it a little bit. Still got it wrong, but I guess it's entertaining. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. It's just Mover Ruins Movies. That's the whole point, is to ruin it. We're not here to be nice. I'm sure it's a great show. Just kidding about all the firefighter stuff. We love our second responders. But hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.